Another Fox News alert, at least 12 people are dead after a horrific mass shooting at a Hanukkah celebration in Sydney, Australia. Police in Australia now calling this shooting a terror attack.
Guys, good morning. There's been a terrorist attack in Sydney, Australia at Bondi Beach. Authorities say at least 12 people were killed and 29 others wounded when two gunmen opened fire on crowds of Jews at a Hanukkah event. Local police have released a statement saying, quote, "Two people are in police custody at Bondi Beach. However, the police operation is ongoing and we continue to urge people to avoid the area. Please obey all police directions. Do not cross police lines." This event was scheduled to start at 5 p.m. local time in Sydney and was advertised as an event for all ages with music, games, and fun.
The whole shop just stood up and we all just ran into the back exit and everyone was pushing everyone. There was no semblance and we just ran in through.
Authorities say one of the gunmen is dead. They are still investigating the specifics surrounding this terrorist attack that targeted Jews in Australia. But we are now getting reaction from Israeli ministers, including Gideon Sa'ar, Israel's foreign minister, who said in a statement, quote, "I'm appalled by the murderous shooting attack at a Hanukkah event in Sydney, Australia. These are the results of the anti-Semitic rampage in the streets of Australia over the past 2 years, with the anti-Semitic and inciting calls of globalize the Intifada that were realized today. The Australian government, which received countless warning signs, must come to its senses." This was a targeted attack going after Jews who were celebrating the first night of Hanukkah in Australia. There is horrific video circulating showing some of the victims who are clearly Jewish in this attack.
In this moment of darkness, we must be each other's light. Hold on to the true character of the country that we love. Australia is stronger than the cowards who attacked innocent people today. Australia is braver than those who seek to make us afraid. Australia will never submit to division, violence or hatred. We will see justice done and we will come through this together. My message to Jewish Australians is that your fellow Australians stand with you tonight in condemning this act of terror, in condemning this outrage. I've had a number of conversations with people tonight. One of the Jewish community leaders said to me that we know where anti-Semitism leads, that it leads to an attack on everyone, not just Jewish Australians. And this attack at Bondi Beach, of all places, a place of celebration, a place where people, particularly in Sydney, but from all over the world, come to enjoy each other's company. You know, this is an incredibly tough time for the community to deal with this. It's important that they don't deal with it alone, that everyone stand with them at this time. We have taken it seriously and we've continued to act. We've continued to work with Jewish community leaders. We've continued to take all the advice from the security agencies to put in place special measures, and we'll continue to do so.
Firstly, our thoughts go out to the families and communities that have been affected by this senseless attack today. The AFP stands next to the New South Wales Police and with ASIO in our joint counter-terrorism arrangements, and we'll put all resources we can, all our specialist powers, all our specialist resources towards ensuring that this matter is investigated as thoroughly as possible. In relation to the Joint Counter-Terrorism Team, we have heard that there has been a declaration of a terrorist incident that will enable the AFP, along with ASIO and New South Wales Police, to use specialist powers in relation to this investigation. I don't wish to speculate in relation to any of the information that is currently known. This matter is ongoing. It is in its early stages, and we will continue to work with New South Wales Police to ensure that it's investigated as best as possible.
ASIO was also a member of the Joint Counter-Terrorism Team, and our principal role at this stage is to support the police in their ongoing investigation. But at the same time, as is standard practice for us, we are looking at the identities of the attackers, and where that is known, we're looking to see if there anyone in the community that has similar intent. It's important to stress at this point we have no indications to that fact, but that is something we have active investigations on. The national terrorism threat level remains at probable. I don't see that changing at this stage. Probable means there is a 50% chance of an act of terror, and unfortunately we've seen that horrific act occur tonight in Australia. Thank you.
The takeaway that I took from what we just heard, Trey, was the official saying that with the counterterrorism team that the threat level's still at probable, that there is a 50% chance or better that there could be an ongoing threat.
Yeah, Griff, Australia's Prime Minister formally declaring this an act of terrorism targeting Jews, saying that he stands with the Jewish community of Australia. But that last question you heard there from a reporter is a very important question that Australia's Prime Minister did not answer. And he was talking about guaranteeing the safety of Jews in Australia, because Israeli officials have already come out and said over the past several weeks that they have warned the Australian government about the possibility of attacks targeting the Jewish community in Australia, and yet the security state there had not rose to the level at which it could to stop an attack like the one that took place today, that took the lives of 12 innocent people, of Jews who were celebrating the first night of Hanukkah. And so we can expect in the hours and days ahead a lot of statements, not only from Australian officials, but also from Israeli officials commenting on the security situation and also the rise of anti-Semitism, not only in Australia, but around the world. And this has led not only to attacks, as we saw this horrific terrorist attack today, but in other places, the murder of those 2 Israeli embassy employees in Washington, D.C., the attack against Jews who were peacefully demonstrating in Colorado. This is a systematic issue that continues to be a problem across the world. And today, what we learned was that the Australian authorities say they are standing with Jews there in Australia, but these questions will continue.
I'd love for you to just discuss how important the significance of this beach is, because this beach, I was recently in Australia. Bondi Beach isn't just a beautiful beach for surfers or tourists. It's a meeting point for the people of Sydney. They're there in the morning, walking all the way until the evening. They see the sun come down. This is going to have a chilling effect on everyone in Sydney, not just the Jewish community.
Yeah, look, Bondi Beach is the most famous beach in Sydney, Australia. Thousands of people gather there each day to go to the beach with their loved ones. Many were there tonight for this Hanukkah celebration, but when you see the images of hundreds of beachgoers running for shelter during this terrorist attack, it does raise questions about the security situation in Australia and what authorities there will be doing to ensure that beachgoers and, of course, the Jewish community there remain safe.